Hey, shalom, shalom. Welcome. We're just getting ready for the CBH Gala. It is, we're celebrating Rabbi Greg's 25 years. I've just got ready, and the rest of the family's gotten ready. You want to come in and say hi? Come on. Yeah, come on. I think I hear the girls.
Hey!
There's Marley and Ruby.
You like the fit? I have to get ready to Jew crew. We gotta go.
Yeah,
We gotta hurry up.
You guys are looking good.
Okay.
All right.
Easiest Jew crew ever.
L'chaim from the Adlers.
Welcome to our home. Tonight we meet for Zoom Gala Gala.
As you can see, Janet and I are very excited about this event, and we even got dressed up. We are very proud to be sponsors and to honor our wonderful rabbi. Please join us in donating to support Congregation Bet Haverim in this critical time. Rabbi, we want to thank you for your 25 years of teaching, prayer, and leadership in social action. We lift up our glasses to toast you. L'chaim.
TJ, I don't know what to do. The Gala committee asked me if I would get our family together to make a video about how much CBH has been a part of our lives over the last 10 years that we've lived in Davis. And I didn't have the heart to tell them, I don't think our kids are gonna be into that. They're not gonna have ideas for a video. And I don't know what to do about this.
What is it, Sammy?
Where should I put my talit for my bar mitzvah? That was this morning, like earlier.
You know what, can you just figure that out yourself? Because I'm talking
Okay.
to Daddy about something important.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to disappoint anybody. I don't have any good video ideas.
What is it, Daniela?
Can you help me fix this candle that we made in religious school?
Oh, that's too bad. No, wait, I don't have time for this right now. We're thinking about something important right now. Oh, yeah.
Well, what are we gonna do? If these kids aren't gonna help us, they just seem to be distracting us.
Mommy,
What is it, Lyle?
can you help me make challah from the recipe we got from CBH?
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, but not right now. We got to figure this out. I don't know. There's just so much to figure out, and I don't think we have time to figure it out. So,
All right, maybe you just gotta tell Jody we can't do it this year. It's a shame.
well, everyone, I'm sorry we let you down, and I hope you enjoy some storytelling by Joel Ben Izzy.
I am pleased to be here to tell you the story of Rabbi Greg's 25 years in the little shtetl of Davis, California, at Congregation Bet Haverim. You know, 25 years at a congregation is no small accomplishment, especially a Jewish congregation. And it's an amazing thing. Now, my own story with Greg goes back even further. We met in the 1980s in Israel at a conference. There was an instant connection. It was, as the saying goes, like our mothers were brothers. But that's another story now. This story is about Greg and Julie and family coming to Davis, and it will be told with a musical review. What better way to celebrate? It's perfect for Greg, and in fact, Greg and Julie, their first date in Milwaukee was to a Tom Lehrer concert. So, the story goes back, as so many stories do, to a classic Jewish trope, that of looking for a rabbi. The congregation says, we need a new rabbi. Yeah, what should it be? The rabbi we find must be learned. Yes, learned, yes. But also a good teacher. Yes, learned and a teacher. And you know what? They should be musical too. Musical would be good. And always ready with a song or a story or a joke. They should love children. Yes, love children and be fun and playful. And you know what? Maybe they should have a family of their own and puppets. Yeah. So they had a list of all kinds of criteria, and then they began to look, and they heard tell of a Rabbi Greg Wolfe, who at the time was down in Saratoga. Saratoga, all right. What's about him? Well, he was a mensch, and he was from Milwaukee. It seemed a congregation there. He'd come from Milwaukee with a mensch from Milwaukee, but even better, he had roots in San Francisco. Mensch from Milwaukee, roots in San Francisco. What's he doing there? He was running a camp. Now, Camp Swig was a natural place for Greg to be, but as much as he loved being at camp and doing all the fun things at camp, all the administration was, enough. And he was ready to go to somewhere new. Maybe, they thought, maybe he would be interested in coming to Davis. Let's go down and meet this mensch from Milwaukee. Let's see what he has to say. After all, Saratoga's not so far. From Davis, with traffic, it's about a 3-hour drive. You know what? Let's let Sarah tell the story from there.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a Rabbi Greg. It starts in Saratoga at a summer camp called Swig. His mate was a mighty cello player and he was brave and sure. 5 Davis families went to camp for a 3-day tour. A 3-day tour. We knew that it would be beshert, a rabbi we desired, and so with the courage of our fearless crew, our Rabbi Greg was hired. Our Rabbi Greg was hired. His roots set down in the midst of the suburban college town, with Julie and Rabbi Greg, Ariella and Noah, and Sophie too, and the whole family here at Rabbi Greg's show.
It was a good match. And so Rabbi Greg, Julie, and their growing family came up, and suddenly the congregation was filling with life and life cycle events. There was so much happening that on a single weekend there could be a baby naming, and then a bar mitzvah. Of course, that would be over at the Veterans Memorial Building. And then there was a wedding. Maybe that would be at UC Davis campus. And then there could be an education class. And then there could be there might be a funeral too. There was a lot happening, and it was spread all over Davis. A lot going on. But there was one through line that ran through absolutely everything. And that was education. There was a love of teaching, a love of learning, as you'll hear in Dan's song.
We'll laugh and learn Jewish values at his every turn. He helps us learn and love and celebrate. Rabbi Greg teaches Torah throughout his day. He helps us learn with joy and feel Jewish and great. Starting off Sunday school with a service fine. Warm welcome, did we start on time? Introduce the prayers, engage everyone. Then tell a story we can all learn from. Then tell a story we can all learn from. We laugh and learn Jewish values at his every turn. He helps us learn and love and celebrate. Rabbi Greg teaches Torah throughout his day. He helps us learn with joy and feel Jewish and great. As families came, we grew out of our home. We ferried students Sunday to the high school we did roam. Quite a parade as we crossed Oak Street. Our very own Red Sea we crossed each week. Our very own Red Sea we crossed each week. We laugh and learn Jewish values at his every turn. He helps us learn and love and celebrate. Rabbi Greg teaches Torah throughout his day. He helps us learn with joy and feel Jewish and great. As students learn more, B'nai Mitzvah looms near. Rabbi Greg inspires students, helps their speeches be clear, keeping everyone calm as the big day nears. They read Torah, the congregation cheers. They read Torah, the congregation cheers. We'll laugh, and learn Jewish values at his every turn. He helps us learn and love and celebrate. Rabbi Greg teaches Torah throughout his day. He helps us learn with joy and feel Jewish and great. One last time. We'll laugh, and learn Jewish values at his every turn. He helps us learn and love and celebrate. Rabbi Greg teaches Torah throughout his day. He helps us learn with joy and feel Jewish and great.
You know, it's not a Jewish story without some wandering. We Jews seem destined to wander. As Debbie says in Fiddler on the Roof, maybe that's why we always wear our hats. As it turned out, that little congregation, Bet Haverim, was growing bigger and bigger, spread out all over Davis. It was busting at the seams. And so they realized they needed to have some kind of new shul. In fact, Rabbi Greg just mentioned it offhandedly in a high holiday drash, and then it seemed like it would happen. But how do you find a new shul? Where is it? It is another classic element of Jewish stories. People looking for a shul, building their new shul. In fact, in Chelm, Chelm, the Jewish town of fools, they began to think, we need a new shul. They asked Chaim Yankel the wise, their rabbi. He said, Chaim Yankel, yes, what do we do? Chaim Yankel was so wise that it was said each night he went to bed with 2 glasses of water by the side of his bed. One was a glass of water, one was empty. And the people of Chelm, they said, Chaim Yankel, why, what? Why 2 glasses of water by the side of your bed? He said, I'll tell you, 2 glasses of water, one with water, one empty. If I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm thirsty, I drink the glass of water. But if I wake up and I'm not thirsty, I drink the glass without water. Yes, but what about the shul? You take the trees from the top of the mountain, you carry them down, and you build your shul down in the center of town. Well, of course, this is a classic Chelm story. They carried the trees from the mountain. Oi, Gavalt. It took 2 months to carry down the trees. Finally, as they were carrying down the very last one, somebody not from Chelm said, what are you doing? What are we doing? We're carrying trees down from the top of the mountain to the bottom. They said, you fools of Chelm. You don't have to carry the trees. They're round. You could roll them down. The Chelmites heard this, said, what a wonderful idea. And so they carried the trees back up and rolled them down. Of course, now this solution wouldn't work in Davis. No mountains nearby, and besides, who wants to be cutting down trees? It's environmentally unconscionable. So another Chelm story tells of a man in a house that was too small. Oh, it was too small, too crowded with a family, and the noises kind of like Congregation Bet Haverim. They went to the rabbi and said, Rabbi, what do we do? Well, said the rabbi, you have no more room, our house is packed. Do you have a donkey? Yes, we have a donkey in the yard. Bring the donkey in the house. Really? They tried that. How is it now? Oh, it's even worse. Even worse? Do you have a goat? Yes, we have a goat. Bring the goat inside. Eventually they brought in the donkey and the goat and the cow. That place was so crowded, so packed. It was busting at the seams, like Congregation Bet Haverim. And finally that rabbi in that story said, now, send all the animals outside. You'll have plenty of room. It would have worked. It had nice agriculture elements, but not quite. Because, in fact, Bet Haverim needed a new place. And Rabbi Greg looked around and found a congregation, a former church, with a pastor who really seemed to understand what Bet Haverim was about. And said, my church, it's ready to convert to your shul. And the match was B'Sheret. And so on a beautiful day in 2004 in February, the congregation marched out with the Torah. They marched away from Oak Street and they came to Anderson Road. Now Anderson Road is usually a big trafficy street, but on that day, the traffic parted and they marched with the Torah. You know what? Let's hear Virginia tell it in song.
Haverim, all dancing with their timbrels, join our rabbi as he sings his song. Reach our dreams, and now we're laughing loudly hard. Rabbi and the Haverim dance the whole day long. In the year 2004, our little shul on Oak had been outgrown, and it was just too small for all our folk. Like roses through the sea of reeds, we started out to roam, though it might take a miracle to find another home. Haverim, all dancing with their timbrels, join our rabbi as he sings his song. Reach our dreams, now we're laughing loudly. Our rabbi and the Haverim dance the whole day long. Our rabbi stood at oaken scripts and gazed across the town. The wonders of his stories were soon to be found. He raised his talit to the sky with his outstretched hand, and we gathered with our Torah and looked to the promised land. Haverim, all dancing with their timbrels, join our rabbi as he sings his song. Reach our dreams, and now we're laughing loudly. Our rabbi and the Haverim dance the whole day long. And Rabbi Greg blessed Torah and led our merry band, and we skipped along in joy, just as he had planned. Great trees ahead came into sight, and we laughed aloud. How beautiful our campus was! We were so proud. Haverim, all dancing with their timbrels, join our rabbi as he sings his song. Reach our dreams, and now we're laughing loudly. Our rabbi and the Haverim dance the whole day long.
The new shul was a perfect match. Winding pathways, room to grow, but there's all kinds of growth. Some is growth you see as the congregation grew in buildings, but there's internal growth, spiritual growth. And Rabbi Greg wanted to find out how to grow in that way. He had come ordained as a Reform rabbi, but wanted to explore further, which led him to discovering the renewal movement, Aleph, and ordination. And it began a course of study, a study leading to his ordination and opening doorways to things he's brought to the congregation, things like chanting, Musar, Midrash, Kabbalah, yoga, meditation, Talmud. It's such a rich world. And he brings all this, and we'll let Carrie and Hallie sing it in song.
Oh, Rabbi Greg, you're such a dear. We can't believe you've been here 25 years. It's only fitting that we should honor you with laughs and hugs and food. Of course, it's what we do. You came to us, ordained reform. You felt something was missing and you needed more. Aleph called and you said yes. I'll add the roll mashpia and we all feel blessed. Oh, Rabbi Greg, you're such a dear. We can't believe you've been here 25 years. It's only fitting that we should honor you with laughs and hugs and food. Of course, it's what we do. For those who like, on Friday night, the rabbi serves a smorgasbord to our delight. With Dan, Shandel, Bob, the song leaders too. Can you pick a favorite? Oi, it's hard to do. Oh, Rabbi Greg, you're such a dear. We can't believe You've been here 25 years, it's only fitting that we should honor you with laughs and hugs and food. Of course, it's what we do. And now we have more chanting here at some Shabbat services throughout the year. And every month opportunity to gather Monday nights and chant community. Oh, Rabbi Greg, you're such a dear. We can't believe you've been here 25 years. It's only fitting that we should honor you with laughs and hugs and food. Of course, it's what we do. There's much to learn, so much to do. Musar, Midrash, Yoga, and Talmud too. I'm overwhelmed. I can't decide. I have to meditate right now to calm my mind. Oh, Rabbi Greg, you're such a dear. We can't believe you've been here 25 years. It's only fitting that we should honor you with laughs and hugs and food. Of course, it's what we do. And so, in sum, we'd like to say to Rabbi Greg, you're such a mensch, hip, hip, hooray. The spirit soars in each small room now that the rabbi prays with all of us on Zoom.
So, there was a new shul, beautiful new campus, new spiritual practices, growing congregation. There was a lot happening at Bet Haverim, but the world outside doesn't stand still, because that's not what the world does. These last 25 years, there have been some challenging times in the world. And what good is a spiritual practice if it doesn't manifest somehow in tikkun olam, that is, repair of the world? And our olam is in need of a lot of tikkuning. That became very clear on September 11th, 2001, which was a turning point for the world and a turning point for Congregation Bet Haverim, because it became clear that so often religion was seen as dividing people, and what it needs to do is bring people together. And it was this approach in Greg's leadership that helped lead to involvement with In Celebration of Abraham, a group that brought together Jews, Christians, Muslims, to say, how do we find our connection to each other? Now that's important work, and it's work that has only grown more important in recent years, when things in American politics have been challenging. I'm not going to mention any president's name. I'll simply say it should be written on the soles of our shoes. But with that rise in recent years, we've seen xenophobia, racism, hatred, and we Jews, we know what it's like to be strangers in a strange land. And so we've risen, and our involvement has been welcoming others, welcoming refugees. And we've joined together with Christians, with Muslims, with all people of all faiths, to say, how is it that in a world that wants to build walls, we can build bridges? How do we welcome people? You'll hear about it in Bob's song.
Of connection, we intersect more than we know. Humanity bound up in one another, we must nurture those seeds that we sow. Many faiths, one world. Many faiths, one world. To see in each other's eyes the light of the divine, and feel that love for all humankind. And feel that love for all humankind. Break down the vices of the other, earnestly from we're all sisters and brothers, is never too soon to start. Many faiths, one world. Many faiths, one world. See in each other's eyes the light of the divine, and feel that love for all humankind. Feel that love for all humankind. Hand in hand, soul to soul, building bridges, making us whole. We can only be human together. Each one to do our part, finding connection from the heart. In one another we must treasure. Celebrate our different faith traditions, each blessing us with their holy teachings. Pathways to love and righteousness, in the search for God we all are seeking. Many faiths, one world. Many faiths, one world. See in each other's eyes light of the divine, and feel that love for all humankind, and feel that love for all humankind. Many faiths, one world. Many faiths, one world. See in each other's eyes light of the divine, and feel that love for all humankind, feel that love for all humankind, and feel that love for all humankind.
And now, 25 years later, here we are in the year 2020, which I think it's safe to say is not the year we envisioned, because our vision for 2020 was not 2020 vision. Nobody pictured a year like this, a year of a pandemic, of social isolation, of sequestration, of social distance. It's been a year, difficult year. It's been a year for the world, and for our country, and for a congregation in Davis. But we Jews are no strangers to difficult times, and it reminds me of a favorite story of mine of three students coming to their rabbi and say, "Rabbi, we need to ask you a question. We need to know when to say the morning prayers. Exactly. What's the first sign?" And one said, "Rabbi, is it when you can look and you see the leaves of a tree in the light? That you know that that's the morning?" The rabbi said, "No, that's not it." All right. Perhaps it's when you can look at your tallis and you see the difference in color between blue and white. Is that when you say the morning prayers? Everybody said, no. Maybe, said a third, it's when you look at the palm of your hand and you can see those lines, and that's the morning. The rabbi said, no, it's none of these. It is when you look at your neighbor's face and recognize your own, that the night is over and the day begins. And so that's the spirit, the neshama, that guides us through dark times when we may be physically separated but spiritually connected, the times that will bring us to morning.
There's a rabbi, a wolf known as Gregory, and his kindness we know is exemplary. He hails from San Fran, a real family man. With Rabbi Greg we'll be the best that we can. Oh, what a wonderful rabbi! Oh,
friend. All of us now are mishpacha. May our kinship never end. After 25 years, we all know him. Calm and generous, not much can throw him. Who is social, my groom, last to leave any room, whether in person, on FaceTime or Zoom. Oh, what a wonderful rabbi. Oh, what a wonderful friend. All of us now are mishpacha. May our kinship never end. He is focused on fairness and justice. With the rituals and faith, he does trust us. A real soulful guy, he lifts our spirits high, and our partnership strengthens as more time goes by. Oh, what a wonderful rabbi. Oh, what a wonderful friend. All of us now are mishpacha. May our kinship never end.
And so, after 25 years, what can we say? We can look back and there's been celebrations, movements, growth, learning, discovery, struggles, wisdom, accomplishments, community. We can look to our past and look to our future and say, we think now of future generations and of helping sustain what we've created for what's to come. To Rabbi Greg, we say Mazel Tov and Yasher Koach. Well done. And for all of us, we say the only thing we can really ever say, we give thanks and we praise, we say hallelujah. Hallelujah for what has been, and hallelujah for what is to come.
Hallelujah la'olam. Hallelujah yashiru kulam. Bemilah achat bodeda. Halev male behamon toda. Beholem gamu eze olam nifla. Hallelujah im hashir. Hallelujah al yom shemeir. Hallelujah al ma shehaya u'ma she'od lo haya. Hallelujah. Hallelujah la'olam. Hallelujah. So this is the tale of our Rabbi Greg. He's here for a long, long while. We get to have the best of things, his great big hug and smile. Co-presidents and office staff will do their very best to make our partners comfortable in our Central Valley nest. A film, a Class Tikkun alum, our favorite charity. Like welcome friends and family, as Hamish as can be. So join us here each week, my friend, for services or school. For 25 years going strong here at Rabbi Greg's Show.
It is such a joy to be able to be a part of the celebration for Rabbi Greg Wolfe. It has really been so wonderful to be a part of your community over these many, many decades. From being able to go to camp with you every summer, to working with you when I was the Hillel director, to being a member of your congregation and helping to start Bet Haverim, you have always been a wonderful partner as part of the local Jewish community, the wider Jewish community, and simply a wonderful and menschy human being. L'chaim, to you.
All I can say is, quoting Sam, our bar mitzvah's grandpa, or great-grandpa, I guess it was, "Oi, oi, oi." What a moving tribute. I don't even know what to say. This was so incredible. Tim, can we bring everybody onto the screen so we can see them? So we can do the full, maybe I can do the full, there we go. The full gallery view with everyone. This was, you know, an incredible moment. What can I say? I only wish that we were in person. I could give you all hugs to be able to share this moment. And I'm looking and seeing all the faces and friends from some of you really from the very beginning, from 25 years ago, and to be able to share this moment with you now. Such creative talent we have in this community, to everyone for their songs, for their beautiful music and tributes is just beyond the beyond. It's really just very hard to know how to put it into words. But what I can say is what a blessing it's been to have shared this journey with you, this incredible community for 25 amazing years. I mean, where has the time gone? I think about that. I think about, where has my brown beard gone? And I want to thank especially Tim for managing the production tonight, and huge thanks to everyone who worked so hard and so secretively. It's incredible how secretive everyone was to put this together under, let us say, challenging and unprecedented circumstances. Wonderful surprises. So great to see my good friend Joel Ben Izzy. What a great job to weave these stories together. This has been a magical moment, I have to say, and a true testament to the vitality, creativity, and incredible heart of our community. And of course, special thanks to our daughter Ariella for her directing excellence, who's put this together, and Dave Nachmanoff, and some of you may have heard our son Noah's musical guitar going on, so that musical contribution. And there have been so many people behind the scenes, Meryl Rappaport and Bonnie Berman, Elizabeth Dubin, and our office manager, Doug Walter, our bookkeeper, Wendy Hayworth, who've toiled tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event the smashing success that it's been. And I just have to give a huge hug and thanks to Jody Lederman, who has guided the Zoom Gala Gala all along from the very beginning, for your vision, your vitality. Jody, you've been amazing. And of course, to my family near and far, for their incredible love and support, for all the work that I do. And most of all, to my amazing Julie, who, you know, I would not be here. It's with no exaggeration, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. I love you and appreciate you more than you can know. Now, I didn't know that you were going to hear the story of how we actually came here to Davis, and that I was going to be a part of it. And it's all true that I was the director of Camp Swig And it was there that I came to know many wonderful families, including the Pattersons. And Sarah, thank you for that beautiful song. And also the Muniwiches. And soon after I left camp, I received a call from Barry Muniwich, who was then the president of Bet Haverim. And he invited me to apply for the soon to be open position of Rabbi Bet Haverim. And well, as they say, the rest was history. But what I immediately fell in love with about our congregation then, and what's still true today, is the way that our community epitomizes the very best of what it means to be a community. We are there for each other, we show up for each other, and we know that we can count on one another in good times and challenging ones. And again, we've joined forces to make miracles happen. Together, we've written 2 Torah schools. We've conducted wildly successful capital campaign to purchase our current home, which we own free and clear, by the way. We've established a vibrant and thriving preschool, Gala Gala, under the direction of Rhoda Ronstadt. We've developed engaging and dynamic youth and education programs, first under Malka Sansani, and more recently under the wise leadership of Arda Sokoler, my partner and friend. And we've celebrated our 50th anniversary as a congregation with a year's worth of events, thanks to Joy Cohen and so many others. And through it all, every minute, every step of the way, it's been the deep and loving, caring commitment of you, our partners, who have been there every step of the way, sharing your time and your talents and your resources to make us who we are. You've continually showed up, always willing to jump in and do what it takes to get things done. I can't tell you how blessed I feel to be your rabbi, and I am truly in awe of your generous spirit. And you know, today, there's no difference. Here we all are, coming together from different places to celebrate us, the power of community. And there's a beautiful teaching that says that there's no word in Hebrew that has only one letter. Everything to be said, every meaningful expression in Hebrew requires at least 2 letters to join together. And for me, that really captures the essence of our community. We come together, linking our lives in order to give voice to and to create a Jewish life of meaning and purpose. You know, during these last 3 months, despite the fact that we've not been able to open our synagogue campus physically due to the virus, all of our staff, Doug and Wendy and Patrick and Samira and Sari and Rhoda and Ardith and our board leadership and our presidents have been working day and night to ensure that we are here for you, offering emotional, spiritual, programmatic, and physical support, transforming our Jewish experiences in new and exciting ways for us to connect with one another. We've had toy exchanges and special projects weekly for our preschool families. We've created wonderful learning opportunities for our religious school and high school students. We've hosted 4 amazing Zoom B'nai Mitzvah, as we saw. It was Sam's today, and we've got more to come. We had a Zoom Adult B'nai Mitzvah, a Zoom Confirmation, countless educational programs as a part of our Tuesdays at 2 program. But we've come together also to mourn at Zoom funerals and Shivas. We've called and we've reached out and we've been there for one another. And you have been there too, showing up for Shabbat services and Torah study and more. I love to invoke the spirit of the words of the astronaut Rusty Schweikert, who said, well, not in these words, but these are my interpretation of his words, that there are no passengers at Bet Haverim. There is only the crew. And nobody is here simply along for the ride. Each of you have made this journey possible. And I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for all that you've given to me and to our community. You are the heart and soul of Bet Haverim. Because of your generosity, we have reached our goal for our gala of $60,000. Can you believe it? $60,000. And this is no mean feat during these challenging days. But once again, you've stepped up. You've lifted us higher and higher. Once again, making miracles come true. But the money that we've raised thus far was simply to meet this year's budget. What about next year? What about moving forward? We still have so many unknowns facing us as we go into the future. So much uncertainty about the year ahead. And yet, I'm filled with such hope because I know that each one of us feels as I do, that Bet Haverim is a precious treasure at the very heart of our community. And I know that many of you haven't had a chance to contribute to our gala yet. And some of you might even be able to give a little more. so that we can secure our financial stability as we navigate the stormy seas ahead. This is our moment to shine together, to rise up together and support our beloved congregation so that we will be here strong and vibrant in the days ahead. I want to invite you to join Julie and me in contributing to our 25th anniversary challenge to raise tonight another $25,000. And I know we can do it, for we are able to create miracles and to support our community moving ahead. In just a minute, Tim's going to put that slide up again, letting you know how you can be a part of this campaign and to join us. And please know that every little bit helps. $25, $125, $1,000, $250, whatever you want to give. Believe me, everything is deeply appreciated. And if we all pitch in, I know that we can meet our goal. But I want to first conclude with a blessing, the blessing that comes from today's Torah portion, the priestly blessing, to remind you that God's blessing is in all of us, each one of us. And as Joel Ben Izzy said, that when we look at each other, what is the joy of our communities, that we see each other. We see our brothers and sisters in the face of one another, that we know that we are a powerful and strong community through joys and challenges. So I invoke these words that have been passed down for thousands of years upon each one of us. As we say, Yivarecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless and keep each one of you safe and healthy and strong. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May the light of God shine down upon you and continue to shine through you, bringing your grace and goodness into this community and making it the special place that it has become. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up upon you and grant you joy, health, and happiness, but most of all, a sense of shalom, a sense of wholeness and peace that comes from knowing that you are a part of something much bigger than yourself, something that brings us strength, hope, blessings, and just joy. Thank you for all your blessings. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful experience. And most of all, thank you for being a part of this congregation, part of our family. And we love you and appreciate you so much. So in a moment, Tim will put up the slide again, and you can join us in making this challenge a reality, to bringing this dream alive. And then I hope you'll stay and just chat a little bit. We're going to unmute everybody, and we invite you to join and just come up and say hello and perhaps share a memory. So again, from our house to yours, oi, oi, how wonderful it is to celebrate with all of you. Thank you. Many blessings to everyone. I am so touched and looking forward to celebrating with you in person. Mwah. Thank you. Mazel tov to all of us.